And good morning. I'm your friend Scotty Ray as we begin this Friday. Today is June the 9th as we begin this. A little under 70 this morning. 67 is what we're starting out at, but have no fear. It'll be warm. 91 is where we're headed to for a high today as we get into temperatures. We've got a special guest coming up this morning, and they're starting to ease in as we get ready for the morning show beginning at 7. Before long, the elections will be upon us, especially come August. Is it August the 8th, Odie, is when the primary is? We've got running for lieutenant governor as we get ready for Chris McDaniel, Ellisville, Mississippi's son. We'll have him on this morning. You'll be able to ask questions online. I hope you'll do that. If you've got something you've been hankering to ask Chris, today's the day to do that. Coming up at 7 o'clock, great interview with that. We're also going to tell you about the crime wave that hit the Meridian area and county last night, from stabbings to robberies to stolen trucks. Yep, all happened here. We got all that coming up at 7 o'clock this morning. So stay tuned for all that. Right now, let's go out to Collinsville and let's get rid of all the bad for a moment. Let's get something good, a good message to bring a smile to our face. Let's go to Collinsville First Baptist Church. Brother Ben has a message for us.
Let me hit you with a heavy question. Are you a friend of God or a foe of God? Well, almost everybody I ever met would say, dude, I'm a friend of God. But here's the follow-up question that helps us determine if you really are or not. Are you also a friend of the world? You see, you can't be both a friend of God and a friend of the world, because the Holy Spirit says in James 4, do you not know that friendship with the world is enmity with God? Therefore, whoever wishes to be a friend of the world makes himself an enemy of God. Now, to be clear, being a friend of the world doesn't mean having non-Christian friends. We can do that. We should have friends in the world who are not followers of Jesus. No, being a friend of the world is appreciating or even embracing worldly thinking. Being a friend of the world, it's finding your hope and joy in the things of the world. It's letting the world influence you instead of you influencing it. It's finding yourself following the world instead of following God. So you can't be a friend of the world and a friend of God. They're in opposition to one another. You'll either love the first and hate the second, or you'll hate the first and love the second. Beloved, God calls you to reject the world, its desires, its hopes, its thinking, and then you'll truly be a friend of God. So may God give us the grace to do so. Change begins in you.
The Change Begins in You is brought to you in part by Piggly Wiggly of Collinsville, Patrick Allen Companies, Mitchell Tire and Wrecker in Collinsville, and Mowdy Cabinetry. Always a good message. Don't forget, doors will open Sunday morning. They'd love to have you a part of it. As we start today with some headlines that are shaping America, we do have a great story for you. Washington State, that'd be way to the northwest of Mississippi, the farthest northwest corner you can go. A 10-year-old girl has been found. She'd been missing for 24 hours in the wilderness. She has been rescued and she's fine. Isn't that great? That's a good way to start today. Now, I'm not shocked by our next headline this morning. Maybe you are. They're saying that the former president might be a little shocked, but Donald Trump has been indicted. 7 accounts. I'm not shocked in the least. I think they will stop at nothing to stop the momentum, to tarnish your name. But that is happening this morning. There'll be more about this. That's all you're going to see on television today on any major network. So be prepared for that. Trump indicted. They're going to give it the worst degree that they can. While on the other hand, Biden's classified documents probe has gone nowhere. It's nowhere near completion. If you'll remember, he also had classified documents. Not shocked on that either. So we learn as we look at this, and again, all of this is allegations as this come out. Remember that computer that the FBI said it didn't exist, and, well, they got 50 agents to sign a piece of paper say that it's made up. Well, it's true, and now they're saying that there could possibly, and again, this is allegations, be proof on there that $5 million was paid to Joe, $5 million was paid to Hunter to end a investigation on someone. Again, allegations. We can't prove that. But what is on that? We do know that yesterday, 9,000 more photos were dumped from the computer. Sex, drug, alcohol, all the above. Some of the nastiest pictures that you can imagine were released to the American public. All in the first family. Something to keep in mind. I don't care how you vote. If you're Republican, Democrat, if you're just down the middle and don't choose either party, that's not good. It's not good at all. The saga in America as we try to, well, it's not in my household at all. We know a man from a woman and vice versa. As we look at this, a Washington judge has ordered a female-only spa. Y'all get this now. Write this down. Let this sink in. Female-only spa. Now, if you've watched Seinfeld or any of those shows, a spa, you go in, they have those little heat rooms, you have a towel, you sit around. Occasionally, in this female-only place, a woman could go without her shirt or something like that. They have ordered let me say it again, female-only spa to allow a transgender person to be a part of this, and they will be able to also walk without clothing within this only female spa. Now, how do we think this is going to turn out in the end? How are you identifying today? Something to think on. Just when I think I've heard it all, this just keeps coming every day. What this ultimately will do is put a lot of businesses out of business because people will go, I'm not going to sit in an all-female place that has women with other parts, or however you want to word this. I don't know how to word it, but that is coming. We thought you should know about that. He has landed in Alabama, the suspect. It's been needing to happen for years. Joran van der Sloot has landed in Alabama and will now face charges of the disappearance of Natalee Holloway. We'll keep you up to date on all of that. That's a few of the headlines. We'll be right back with your weather forecast as we begin your day. Put a smile on y'all.
No matter how many times you try, and no matter where you call, Representative 81 Steve Horn won't answer the phone. We're not getting any representation in Jackson. District 81, we can do better. Vote Ben Shirley, August the 8th. Paid for by Ben Shirley.
The Precast Group, offering you the best selection when it comes to a storm shelter. Located on 145 South in Meridian, where they offer above-ground shelters that can be installed in your home as you're built in, are conveniently located right outside your home if it's already built. They also offer storm shelters that can be installed in a slight bank or on flat ground. Protect your family today with a very affordable storm shelter from the Precast Group. Highway 145 South, 601-482-0003. The Precast Group.
Hello, my name's Kenneth Graham, and I'm running for coroner of Lauderdale County. For over 50 years, Lauderdale County's been represented by professional and competent coroners. I would like to continue that tradition. Over the next several months, I want to educate the public on what the coroner does and dispel any myths about the coroner job. I can show you that I will be the most professional coroner there is. So please vote for me August the 8th.
Paid for by the Committee for the Election of Kenneth Graham. And welcome back. Let's get into our forecast now this morning.
Your forecast is brought to you by EMEPA, your Touchstone Energy Cooperative.
As we go to look at this, let's go back to our record highs and our record lows as we do each morning. Let's pull this up where you can see as well. 1963, it was 100 degrees, some 9 degrees higher than it should be today. That was warm. As we go back to 1977, a cool day it was, 52 degrees as you woke up back in 52. As we look ahead to the rain chances today, 89. Now to the south of us, the Laurel, Hattiesburg, Brookhaven area has higher chances of this. We should see a 30% chance of rain moving in this forecast after 4 o'clock. So be ready for that late in the afternoon. But otherwise, it's going to be sunny and kind of hot. That's what we're expecting there. As we go to Alabama, we'll see that the Tuscaloosa area, just in that area, northwest of there, back in Mississippi, has chances of rain. Watch that closely. And with a high of about 66 there. And that just is overnight is what that is. That is absolutely wrong. They're going to have temperatures of about 90. I thought, man, they're 30 degrees off in Alabama. They're going to be somewhere right around 90 as well in Tuscaloosa and Birmingham today, right at 91. So we take that away. Severe chances of weather could be happening on Saturday as we look at this. Between 2 p.m. and 10 p.m. on Saturday afternoon, it looks like we'll have a level 2 on the west side of the state. Now, again, keep in mind, it's 24 hours out. This could change a little bit, but we have a level 1 here as we move across, as we look at the state of Mississippi. Hot weather as it looks as it moves through central Mississippi down to Florida and southern Alabama as well. Hot, hot, and hot. As we look at our 7-day forecast, brought to you by our friends at Wilson Saw, 30% chance of those showers today, increasing to a 50% chance tomorrow with a high of 93. That low hit 69. It's not any better on Sunday, and 40% chance, and we begin the work week also with rain showers and a 40% chance, then decreasing to that 10%. But look at these temperatures as we hit 95 by Wednesday, Thursday 95. As we go another week into this, we're still seeing 95-degree weather holding steady. Now again, a week and a half out, that can go up or down. Odds are at the bookie joints in Las Vegas are that they'll go up. Whew, hot, hot, and hot. So as we look to the National Hurricane Center this morning, absolutely nothing happening in the Gulf. That's great news. As we look to the fishing calendar, it's calm. It's going to be great wind today, around 5 miles an hour this afternoon. A perfect time to go fishing. As we look at major times, 5:30 is when you want to be at your fishing hole today and fish till about 8 o'clock tonight. Brought to you by our friends at Chet's Paint and Body. Y'all get ready. We're coming back in 15 minutes. 18 minutes. We'll be here with candidate for lieutenant governor, senator in the House, as we'll have Chris McDaniel here. We want you to be a part of this. Ask a few questions online. See what Chris has to say to your questions. It's all coming up this morning as we try to give you all the headlines and things that happen in our community and across the great state of Mississippi. All that on the way this morning. We'll be back shortly.
The Scotty Ray Report is brought to you by our following partners: